And our final comedian is a very, very special guest. We're very excited to have her here. Please give a very warm welcome to Lynn Ruth.
Right up here and you'll be good. You got that out? You got it.
Yeah. Can you turn the lights down so I can see? It's the fucking cataract. Just want the lights down. I know. Just if you can turn the lights on so I can see that there are people out there. I know. What a disappointment I am. You've been watching all these young comedians. And then you've got me. 1 inch taller than a dwarf. I lost my waistline when I lost my memory. And I have more hair on my chin than my foo-foo. This is it. Ruth Miller, I'm Lynn Ruth Miller. I'm 85 years old and I'm... See a fucking thing or interview out there. 85 years old, I am your future. This is it. There isn't a woman in here that isn't looking at me and saying, oh crap. I'm never going to let myself go that way.
You look amazing.
And you're right.
I'm just going to turn this back on because I think it got turned off. Is that okay?
That's what I do to men.
1, 2.
I can't see it. Anyway. You're all looking at me. We're going to continue with this. You're all looking at me, you ladies, and you're saying, oh crap, I've never let myself go that way.
Never.
No, believe me, yeah. You don't want them dropping down to your knees. You really don't. And you're right. You're all going to look a lot better than I do because you have Botox. All we had was Scotch tape. You know, all you girls, all you women, you do so much beautifying. You spend so much time in the beauty shops. You want to, and you get plastic surgery, you do all this beautifying. You all want Brazilians. All you girls want Brazilians. You've had one, yeah. I've got great news for you ladies. If you wait long enough, you won't need one. You'll wake up one morning and say, oh my God, it's gone. And all I have is a camel toe. Sex is going to be better. Oh my God, sex is going to be better for you. You have that blue pill. You get a 4-hour erection. 4 hours. Well, what do you do with the other 3 hours? Crochet. Well, you know, everybody has guilt about the elderly. Everybody does. When's the last time you called your grandmother? She's dead? They do that. Making cookies, the next minute, poof, they're gone. But everybody has guilt about the elderly, and if you use it right, it's worth money. I was having tea at this tea room, and I pulled out my wallet to pay the waitress, and she said, oh, honey, don't worry about it. Just enjoy your cookie. Shall I soak it for you? And I thought, oh my God, if it works here, it might work at Macy's. But it didn't. And the judge gave me 6 months for shoplifting. But I appealed, and he reduced it to life. You don't realize how much your heritage catches up with you. You really don't. You don't realize how much it catches up with you. My family were Romanian, and Romanian people don't get shorter, they compress. I used to be a willowy 5'2", now I'm 4'10". We compress. And we all get shorter, and it runs in the family. My mother was 4'11", I'm 4'10". My grandma was 4'7". She looked like she was standing in a ditch. Her sister, my Aunt Anne, was 4'5", and she was a prostitute. And when her customers didn't pay up, she accused them of pedophilia. She was was smart, but she wasn't very careful, and that's how we got my cousin Sydney. Yeah. My grandmother believed in home remedies. Did your grandmother believe in home remedies? You know, home remedies. She used to believe in making a paste of almonds and milk, and she would rub it all over herself, and she looked like the ghost of the apocalypse, but she smelled like almond roca. And my grandpa just ate that up. Which explains the 18 children not coming to 3 miscarriages. I'm Catholic, I'm Jewish. You know, I come from such a whole different world than all of you. It really is just so different. I mean, for example, when I was a kid, we didn't study history. We just looked out the window. You get an old goat, you got an old goat, I put it in the backyard, now I date them. And then when I went to Victoria's Secret, they wanted to sell me a rabbit. It comes in colors, a rabbit. Would you believe that? I mean, when I was a kid, I got a rabbit, I put it in a hutch. Now I am the hutch. When I was a kid, we had wires on the car, that on the tires, so you could tell when you parallel parked that you were near the curb, and we called them ticklers. We call them ticklers. Now a tickler is a pervert that sticks his finger up your ass. Who knew? Do you know about Crisco? Why Crisco? Crisco is now sold. When I was a kid, you used Crisco. It's terrible for you. It's hydrogenated fat. But my mother used to use it to make pie crust. Does anybody know about this? Yeah. She made pie crust. It was called the Crisco method. Yeah, now you can buy Crisco all over the world in every sex shop. Every single sex shop has Crisco because gay men use it for fisting. Straight men use it for fisting too, but they buy it at Safeway. My mother swore by the Crisco method, which explains why my father was so bent over. He thought it was ulcers. I didn't know anything. I thought a rim job was fixing tires. Someone told me that if I go to Chelsea, there's somebody that can do both. Blowjob. I thought a blowjob was what you did at children's parties. You blow up the balloons. Well, it's a nice surprise. Yeah. And we bought things differently. We bought them from traveling salesmen. Do you remember the door-to-door salesman? If you don't know what they were people that sold you things that were so far out of date they had an odor. I'm going to tell you a story about the original door-to-door salespeople. My grandma, remember she was Romanian, she couldn't speak a word of English. She moved to Toledo, Ohio, which was the biggest mistake she ever made. Toledo, Ohio was the armpit of the United States, and Detroit is the crotch. But anyway, and the year that she moved to Toledo, Ohio, they invented baking powder. All of you know, baking powder is what makes cakes rise. It doesn't work with men, but it works with cakes. This is very innovative. Before that, they used to use cream of tartar, and cream of tartar was so dense that when you would use it in a cake, and you finish the cake, you try to cut it, you needed an axe. And it had a terrible odor, so when you made a chocolate cake with cream of tartar and you cut into it, it smelled like somebody just dumped in it. So, baking powder is really very innovative. Now, my grandma, they were selling it, the door-to-door salespeople were selling this. And the salesman knocked on my grandma's door. She couldn't speak a word of English. Remember, she's 4'7", she couldn't even see him. And he knocked on the door, and he must have said something like, I have an innovative product to show you. But she didn't know what he said, but we're Jewish, and Jewish people are very hospitable. So she sees a man standing in her doorway, she said, I'll get you coffee. So she went and she got him coffee, and he took the saucer that the cup was in, and he put the baking powder in it, then he poured the coffee in it, and it formed a big brown cloud. And then because cream of tartar stunk, he put it up to my grandma's nose, she didn't know what he was saying. He said, smell it, and she thought he was some fucking pervert, and she shoved him out the door. And when my mother came home that afternoon, she said, you know these crazy Americans, they like their coffee with a lot of foam in it. And that's how the cappuccino was invented. 85. God, that's so fucking old. When I was a young chick of 79, I wasn't that impressed with the things I do, but now I am 85 and I am really very proud of myself. For example, this morning, I woke up. I turned the gas off on the stove. I don't do that every day. I had sex with myself. I'm not pretty sure my partner was still alive. Everybody is so afraid of aging. Everybody is so afraid of aging. And I'm here to tell you there is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Really nothing. This has been, and anyone that knows me knows this is true, this has been without doubt the best year of my life. I can't remember any of the others. I'm on my second car because I can't remember where I parked the car. But the thing is, you just have to get used to body changes when you get older. That's all you have to do. You just have to get used to body changes. For example, as you get older, you lose inches and you also get shorter. It's going to be this big. It already is. If you're Jewish, it's that big. And if you're black, you have nothing to worry about. I've gotten so short I don't have to bend over to wash the floor. And I don't have to go down on my knees to go down. And you have lapses. I don't know if you've ever had this happen. You go into a room and ever had this? You go into the room and you think, what the fuck am I doing here? It gets worse. It gets worse. I mean, there I was in my fuzzy bunny slippers and my chin strap. Thank you. That is a joke that nobody ever gets it. When this guy in an orange shirt came up to me and said, welcome to Safeway, and I said, oh my God, I thought this was the toilet. And things dried out. Things dried out. When I think of my vagina, I think of the Sahara Desert. I don't wash the sheets, I just shake them out. It saves on laundry soap. Nobody ever tells you what it feels like to be 85. Nobody ever does. I figured out why. It's because they're all dead. But I'm going to tell you what it feels like to be 85. When I was your age, sweetie, young and vibrant like that. When I was your age and I dropped a coin on the floor, I pick it up. I pick it up, yeah. Now when I drop a coin on the floor, I look at it and I think, is it worth it? It's the same thing with men. When I was your age, and a man came on to me, I'd say, yeah, why not? Now, when a man my age comes on to me, I look at him and I think, is he worth a hip? Do I want to change his diaper? And then I go to a movie. I know the thrills are secondhand, but at least you know they're coming. Which is more than he does these days. But sometimes you do get lonely. Sometimes you do get lonely, and 85, you do get lonely. And that's why I read the obituaries for romantic movies. Yeah, if the survivor is male and can drive, I'm at the viewing. My telephone number, my stock report, they care. My stock report, and a casserole. Guys are always hungry. I think they're always hungry. I found a really hot number at Woodlawn Cemetery. He was 99 years old and still standing. Yeah, that's right. 99 and still standing. He drove over to my house in a 1933 Ford. Have you ever seen one of those? 1933 Ford. You know people, anything that old is going to have something broken, something missing, and something leaking, right? And the car was a mess, too. So I Googled my high school boyfriend and I found him. And we made a date for 7:30 for dinner and I decided this time I'd wear clothes. And he knew me when I was watertight. I didn't do that to him. And then he came over at 7:30 in the morning. And I said, no, we had a date for dinner. He said, I know, but I can't see to drive at night. So welcome to the senior condition. So there we were at Subway because he had a coupon. I was wiping the applesauce off his bib, and we were having a spirited discussion about glucosamine when he said, "Whoops, there goes my hearing aid, you'll have to sign." I said, listen, Buster, if this is on me, you're not. To your standards. Yes, you do. You have to stick to your standards. If I have a new boyfriend now, let's hear it for me and the new boyfriend. He's French and Russian, but I'm faster. He sends me really beautiful emails. He sends me beautiful emails. You send her lovely emails, and you don't really give a shit, do you? So, coming home, get your pants off. Yeah, I know. This guy sends me beautiful emails. He said, Lynn Ruth, he said, you are so beautiful and you are so kind and so loving. You remind me of Mother Teresa. Does Mother Teresa swallow? Not anymore. That's the punchline. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try internet dating. How many of you have done internet dating? Yeah, there's a lot of liars in here too. Yeah, but anyway, but you know, when you're 85 years old, you just can't go to any dating site. You can't. If I would do Match.com, the oldest guy on Match.com is 60. I can't go out with someone who's 60, for God's sake. I'll be arrested for pedophilia. So I found the perfect website for me, and I want you to write down this name when you're 75. This is the website, gdate.com. Geriatricdate.com. But you know something? For a website like that, I don't think they should have headshots. Do you? No, you want body scans. But you want to know, is the hip his? Do the teeth come out at night? It's a whole different blowjob if the teeth come out. So I got a hit from this guy. And he said, I would like to take you to Starbucks. Now, when you are 85 years old, Starbucks is a hot date. Because you get caffeine. So I said, oh my God, I would love that. He said, okay, I'll pick you up at 7:30. How many steps to your front porch? I didn't get that. Those of you who are laughing, you were really smart. I didn't get it. I said, why do you want to know? He said, just tell me, how many steps? I said, well, there are 2 steps to my front porch. He said, okay, I'll just pull up to the curb and honk at 7:30 and you come out. Well, you know, I don't know whether it got there at 7:30 or not, because at 7:30, I couldn't find my hearing aid. And I finally went upstairs. I finally never did find it until I had to go upstairs and get my teeth. But by that time, the batteries were soaked. Now, all of you, not all of you, but the rest of you, some of you are not admitting it, but most of you won't get that joke. So I'm going to give you a joke to explain that joke, all right? A man was walking down the street with a suppository in his ear. And someone said, sir, you have a suppository in your ear. And he said, oh, now I know where I put my hearing aid. hearing aid, where I put my hearing aid, it was in the glass. It was in the glass. I finally did go out with this guy. He was the shortest man I have ever seen, and he had these little crutches, and he walked like a gorilla on a mission. And we were at Starbucks, and he gave me $20, and he said, get whatever you want. So I got a cab, and I decided I'm through with old men. I'm through with old men, but they're not through with me. They keep groping me, especially the ones that can't afford guide dogs. I want to tell you, I really love that joke. The reason I love that joke is the idea of some blind guy thinking I'm a German shepherd when you know what the Germans did to the Jews. So I'm going to tell you that again, and you're going to laugh. So I decided I'm through with old men, but they're not through with me. They keep groping me. Are you ready? Yeah. Especially the ones, that can't afford guide dogs. I thought, maybe what I should do is try women. I think I'm pretty cute. What do you think? Cute? Yeah. A gilf? A gilf? I can't get keys and locks. I could never do tampons. You know that funny little angle? I can't get things in slots. Do I have to do the punchline for this one? I make a lousy lesbian. Okay, I'm going to say that it's not working. I'm going to stay home and I'm going to knit. And then my friend from the hospice called me and said she had a really hot number for me. It's a really hot number for me, and I thought, okay. Except for the guy at the mortuary and the guy at Starbucks. I haven't gone out in 40 years. Why not? So we made a date for what time? Who's been listening? 7:30. Yeah, we made a date for 7:30. And I went to my closet and I thought, okay, I'm going to go the whole 9 yards. I'm going to look as beautiful as an 85-year-old woman can look. I'm going to get a new frock. I'm going to go have a massage, get my nails done. I'm going to look gorgeous. I should have known there was going to be a problem when the caregiver called me up and said the dialysis was running late. Just the same, I was ready at 7:30. And I waited. And at 8:30, an ambulance pulled up to the door. They put this guy on a gurney, and they brought him up to my front door. And he rang the bell. And I opened the door, and I looked down at him, and he looked up at me, and he said, "Are you Lynn Ruth?" He said, "I'm Ted." And I looked at him, and I looked at my watch, and I said, do you realize you're an hour late? You have to set limits, girls, or they'll walk. Of course, this one wouldn't have walked, but just the same. I have to admit though, I enjoyed the dinner at the infirmary, but I couldn't get over how fast Ted scarfed that mince down the mince down his feeding tube. But when I started feeding him the champagne with the turkey baster, I started to get feelings for Ted. I don't know whether it was his beautiful blue eyes or his cute goatee or the way his oxygen mask went in. Whatever it was. I invited him back to the house for an antacid. I want to tell you something. For a guy with a bad ticker, one kidney, and no gallbladder, he was hot. If I hadn't gotten my foot caught in his respirator, Ted would be with us. My memory, which is shot to hell, his hospital bracelet, and the telephone number of that cute ambulance driver. Oh, Springs Eternal, and thank you so much.